where I was like, oh shit. Now it's gonna come out. It's gonna come out. Oh no, okay. It's been an up and down year. So when something finally comes out and it does like way beyond your expectations, it's a nice feeling. And I always wanted to do a South film. Actually, I want to do films in all languages.
Hi Zoya, welcome to Eastern Eye.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm very well. Thank you for having me.
So Zoya, first of all, I have to say, I won't say that I've seen all the episodes of Grahan yet, but I've seen a few. And I think you have given such a wonderful performance. So congratulations for that.
Thank you so much.
So Zoya, let me start with like this. How has been the response for Grahan for you? What critics have, of course, praised your performance? What response you've got from your fans? Tell us about something that.
Honestly, it's been really overwhelming. Obviously, when we set out to make the show, everybody wants their work to do well and to be well received. But the reception has been really warm, really positive, really encouraging. So it feels nice, It genuinely feels nice. I think we all feel very humbled and just filled with gratitude because it was a tough shoot. It was a tough project. It was just given everything, given the pandemic, it's been an up and down year. So when something finally comes out and it does like way beyond your expectations, it's a nice feeling.
Right. So did you shoot this during the pandemic?
We did actually. When the first time last year everything had kind of opened up, we shot it, and actually it was a very rough shoot because of that. Because we had to be really careful, keep in mind all restrictions. I'm sure the crew production must have had a really tough time because we did the whole show in one shot, like no break. So that, because we kind of just went into a bubble and that was the only way to really do it. At that time, we didn't have, as much, we still don't have information, but as to what exactly it is and how and what. So it was very tricky, but I'm glad actually we were able to finish it, and we didn't get stalled, unlike so many projects right now.
Right. Now, of course, you play a role of a cop. So, for your preparations, did you meet any real life cop or saw any Bollywood films where, actresses have played the role of a cop for your reference?
Unfortunately, I could not meet any real life people, though there were several real life women that were the inspiration for this part. But given the pandemic and restrictions, travel, it was not possible. But yeah, it's based on, it's inspired by, I won't say based on, but inspired by a lot of women that are really in the services, not just the police force. The film references we kind of avoided because we wanted Amrita to just be her own person, and we didn't want her to be like a dramatic heroine kind of, police officer. We just wanted her to be relatable and as approachable as possible, so that people could connect with her beyond her profession, so people could connect to her on a more human level, and we just wanted to do it in our own way,
Right. Well, of course, you have been a part of projects earlier where there was some other big name attached to it. Like, of course, Muktavaz had Anurag Sir's name, Lal Kaptan had Saif in it, and Kaden had another Gubati. Yeah, it's like I would say that you were the driving force. Like, so did you feel any pressure because you were the central character who was carrying the series on the shoulder? Of course, there was Pawan Malhotra, sir, who is a veteran. Yeah. But, you were the central character. So was there a kind of a pressure about it?
Honestly, at the time, I didn't think of it like that at all, because it's like, oh, my friend is making the show, oh, okay, and also we were really in a bubble at that time, even though this project was kind of, the wheels were set in motion much before the coronavirus even came about. It was more just like, okay, let's get this done. Let's come together. Let's make it happen. Let's, be there for each other. So it was a very like group effort, team effort kind of spirit. So I didn't look at it like that at all. It's actually only when the project was done and I was dubbing for it, where I was like, oh, shit. Now it's going to come out. It's going to come out. Oh no, okay. So actually, you don't go into anything. You just go into it wanting to do your best, and do a good job and bring something new to the table and have it be interesting and be interesting yourself. And I don't know, I didn't think about all of these things then. It's only much later where the gravity of everything, the subject matter, I mean, obviously when you're doing scene work in workshops, at that time you're just thinking of interpersonal relationships. You're not thinking of what the final product will be like. So that all dawned on me a lot later.
Right. Of course, before the series started streaming, it was like got into a lot of controversies. I think on Twitter there was hashtags going on that ban the series. What do you have to say about those controversies? I think people started speaking about it even before it was released.
Yeah, but that is usually the case because people don't know. I, for my own part, I can just say that I was confident that we made something responsibly. I don't think any of us would have really associated with anything that was hurtful to any community, especially given this subject matter, because it's a huge part of our history. And regardless, I mean, it's not, and the show is about lots of other things as well. So, but I understand why people would feel hurt or why people would feel like, oh, I hope they've done it properly. And I can understand people's apprehensions for the same reasons that I just stated, So, of course, it's a bit bittersweet when people, without having information, kind of have a conclusion. So you kind of like, I hope people just watch it. I hope people, So, so it was bittersweet. Having said that, I do understand why people, feel hurt or are a bit on their toes because, these are sensitive matters and they must be dealt with responsibility.
Right. So, if moving away from Grahan, I would like to ask you, what response did you receive for Kaadan? I think that was your South debut. So, what response did you receive for that?
Again, I mean, very positive, to be honest. Kaadan we shot a while back, and it was kind of again held up because of the pandemic, and they wanted a big theatrical release because it was shot it was intended to be viewed like that with the sound design and the cinematography, and it was really a large scale film. So, and I always wanted to do a South film, Actually, I want to do films in all languages. I really do, because I think you shouldn't confine yourself to just one. Now everything is getting mixed anyway, and there's so much amazing cinema in all parts of our country, So I really wanted to do a South film. And I mean, it came my way and I just did it without thinking much because I liked the script, I liked the part. I really wanted to work with Prabhu sir as well. And the response was really, I mean, what can I say? You just feel humbled and, hope you're going the right direction, making the right choices.
Right. So any update on the Hindi release of that film? Because, we have the Hindi movie is yet to hit the big screens. So any update about it?
Yeah. Not as yet. I hope that it does come out soon. Of course, our cinemas are not open right now, and we must be careful now what to do. That is the situation. So, of course, it's bittersweet again that, it came out in Tamil, Telugu, it's not come out in Hindi. But given the magnitude of what's happening in the world and in our country, like, it's okay, I hope it comes out soon. I would obviously love for people to watch it. But what to do?
As you said that you always wanted to do a Tamil, Telugu, like South film, were you aware about the language? Were you well versed with it, or did you learn for Kaadan?
Not at all. I learned for Kaadan. My mother's from Hyderabad, so a lot of her family speaks Telugu. So again, I've heard it, but and I can basically recognize the difference between Tamil, Telugu, Kannada. I can tell the difference properly between, because growing up, my best friend spoke Kannada. So I kind of picked up like a lot of her, home, like basic things at home also. Yeah. So I was always fascinated by the languages because being from Delhi, I didn't speak any other language. And I was like, wow, my sister had a joke that if nothing else, we can tell each other secrets in public. So it's silly things like that when you're a kid, But I had no clue about the languages. And so this was like a tough learning experience. Having said that, like Prabhu sir was so on it because, he's like a master in Tamil, So I feel really fortunate that I got to learn it directly from him because he did all the dialogues. He took us all through. So yeah, it was definitely tough, especially then going through Telugu with the tutor that I had. But I did have a language coach right there on set all the time. And yeah, this was. I feel like now it'll only get easier.
Right. So what's happening next after Grahan? Where do we see you?
I do have a few releases coming up. I obviously cannot say anything about them, otherwise I will get into trouble. But I also just look forward to now my work slowly coming out this year. And yeah, shoots have of course now been all pushed a bit. So when it starts, it starts.
So you have shot for the projects and now you're waiting for the release. You would say that. Right.
Yeah.
So Zoya, it was really nice chatting with you and all the best for all your future projects.
Thank you so much. All the best to you too.
Thank you so much. Bye. Take care.
Bye.